Oh wait, my trinkets. I'm still eating the crumbs. Oh, by the way, dry ramen is pretty good. You should try it. Totally. Anyways, I'm gonna, criticize people because they deserve it. First up, about distracting. Okay, and there's Shrimpo. The slowest with commons. I feel like every time I go on a distracting solo to practice, every time I realize it's not because of the distractor is bad, it's because of the team. And partially because of my anxiety about hitting other players and leading to them, but that's not relevant right now. But every time I go on like a public run to distract, oh, there's Poppy right there, there's a Boxkin right there, oh gosh, I have to, oh no, Toodles is right there, and then I get hit, and then they wonder why. Dude, where'd he go? Did he just like... Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh, Shrimpo, you were really something. And I recommend, if you want to get to like a high floor, my high floor is 38. If you want to get to a floor like that, then you have to go on a Discord run, because I'm telling you, public runs do not get you there. And even if like a main run gets to like 420, that's good, but most runs are like, oh, high 435 plus, and you need to be good. And being good at the game means you have a high floor like 30 plus, or at least 25 plus, and you don't have to have a main, but you have to at least be experienced. And I feel like a lot of players in public lobbies just don't get that, and they're just not experienced. But however, I see people with all mains, all tunes, all all characters, all trinkets, and they still don't have a high 4, which is a problem. The second thing is shipping. I feel like or a lot of people get mad about people shipping a lot, and that's reasonable, but it's just Dandy's World culture, and it's fine to like ship how many tunes you want, whoever you want. You can be a multi-shipper, it's just not, Toodles and or Pebble, unless it's Pebble and Cole. But I feel like people get too much criticism over just ships, and it's like a big problem for the Dandy's World community, because that's main reasons people are quitting. And they're also quitting because, or not quitting, but like people are always like, ungrateful about like new tunes, skins, trinkets, or updates. Because for reference, I saw Pebble Blocks, a Dandy's World YouTuber who kind of sucks, saying that Radiant Dream and I think that's his name. It's skin name, and Blot's new skin should be deleted. With the withering rose emoji, and I right then and there I realized how ungrateful the Pebble Blocks was, and how bad that creator was in the first place. But I feel like people are just way too ungrateful. I'm sure I know Quell is open to criticism and all that, but criticism like that isn't exactly like no good. That kind of criticism isn't really the one that helps her on her game. I mean, I get it's okay to have opinions and stuff, but but telling Quell that she needs to delete skins is not that, I can't find the words for this, but you know what I mean. The fans are way too and if you ever went in a roleplay server, you've been traumatized for sure. One of the first times I was in a roleplay server, I barely had like Shrimpo or something, and I was like Pebble, I was not a starter, but I had like at least a Scrap, Scoob or something, and I saw things that I'm not allowed to say on YouTube, and and that was just a crazy experience for me and my friend, because we were both in the server, because we were just checking it out, looking at the tune rooms, and yeah, roleplay is probably a thing that needs to be removed and replaced with a tutorial, because I've seen a lot of starters struggling, instead going to roleplay and then never actually playing the game, not knowing, the actual lore in roleplay. But you can definitely get that on Discord servers too, but it's still not as great to be roleplaying and stuff. I feel like all I see is on the roleplay servers, if it's not like freaky, it's all just gonna be an infection, alternate universe AU. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying they do it way too much. I know, criticism, I'm such a hypocrite. Anyways, I feel like that's all I really needed to say, but I love Dandy's World itself, but the fandom outside of like Discord and stuff is kind of unhinged, especially with the illegal shipping. Toodles X anyone, Cole X anyone, or unless it's Pebble, or you know, Roger X Toodles, Pebble X anyone. Just because, and I feel like people just ship them a lot because of the main's mastery. Oh, and Scraps and Goob. That's something really problematic, and I feel like there's probably Flight and Flutter shippers because there's Goob and Scraps shippers, but I'm not gonna get into that. And there's also Razzle and Dazzle shippers. Yeah, I'm not quite like surprised though. There's less bad ships that are just like not really good in my opinion, which is Finn X GG, Louis X Yada, you know, that kind of stuff. But any other ship I'm like fine with, I just don't ship it. I am a multi-shipper, but not in like the bad way where, you know, but like for Shelly, for example, like I headcanon that her and V broke up or something and got with the Tisha, whatever. Yeah, that yeah, and I just multi-shipping with like, you know, the way that's not exactly like good, or pro shipping, you know. I also hate crack shipping, which is from two different fandoms. I saw this one thing, Louie and Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus. That was partially the reason I made this video. I am not joking. Yeah, but that's all I have to say. Next video I'll give you some distracting tips, you know, how to play the game and stuff. That's it. Bye.